After months of lobbying from the Biden administration, Chinese President Xi Jinping has pledged to stop financing overseas coal projects. The decision was hailed by the likes of US climate czar John Kerry as proof that China will play ball at the Glasgow Climate Summit later on this year. But as ever, the truth of the matter isn't so simple. While China is now abandoning coal-fired power abroad, it's embracing it at home and on an unprecedented scale. According to researchers at the Yale University, Beijing has some 247 gigawatts of coal-fired power in planning or development. Now, that's more than 10 times Australia's total coal capacity. For more on this, I'm joined from Townsville by the Minister for Resources and Water, Keith Pitt. Minister, I appreciate your time. I wish I was up in Townsville with you right now. Hey, I'll ask you about what this decision means for Australia in a moment, but just on those headlines this week, China's not getting out of coal, as some in the media might like to suggest. There's plenty going on inside the country. They're just pulling back from the funding of projects outside of China. That's it, isn't it?
Oh, Peter, it's great to be with you live from the Bowley Barn Tavern in Townsville. We've got a 400-gram crumb steak, the special here on a Thursday night. But when we look at what the announcement is from China, I am waiting on the details. But they're talking about export finance. Internally, they are still the biggest domestic producers and users of coal in the world. They account for roughly 50%. Australia's thermal coal exports and our development and what we produce is between 4 to 6% a year. So you're exactly right. There are literally over 100 times our Millmerran power station in Queensland in terms of capacity being installed. There'll still be demand for thermal coal and we'll be filling that market.
So give me a sense, is there any impact to our coal exports on the back of this decision in relation to Chinese-funded overseas projects? I get that they will still build them in China, they will still fund them in China, but are we going to have any blowback here?
Well, I've been working my way through the Dawson electorate with our candidate Andrew Wilcox in the last 24 hours. And what's been raised with me here is very, very concerning. We know that we've got finance groups who are trying to impact our domestic policies in terms of not only our thermal coal sector, but our met coal sector. But I've had reports just yesterday that those impacts are now flowing through to second tiers. So people who are providing vehicles for lease, for example, people who are providing maintenance and other contracts. I mean, if this was a foreign nation that was impacting our domestic policies and our domestic production in a similar way, there'd be outrage. I just think this is certainly not acceptable and we need to fix it.